It's a new day, a new journey, a new year. I'm here at a new company, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the I got my drip on. I'm just happy right now, man. As y'all have known, I'm in school for what the hell I'm in school for cybersecurity and information assurance. To get in school, because I'm a high school dropout, I had to get my ITF and I had to do some pre-college classes, right? So that took like a good 6 months to do, because I'm a C student. Now, finally got in school, right? School was kicking my ass. I had to get used to doing it again. I dropped out of school because I just, when you're young and you're dumb, I was 16, dropped out at 15. I dropped out at 15, got locked up at 16. I'm not good at being a criminal, and I wasn't good at school. So, I got out, and I said, you know what? I said, I just don't want to be, even though a lot of good things happen, like I shared in my last video, I got my record expunged. So, I had a second chance at life. I said, you know what? With this second chance at life, I said, let me not do myself a disservice and seek higher education. I think it's a statistic out there that says college graduates earn $1 million more than a person with a high school diploma. So I said, let me go to college. I can't go to a brick and mortar. So I said, you know what? Let me do the online thing. They call me a kinetic learner. That's people in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong. Kinetic learner means I have to be around it, I have to sit, I have to touch it. So I said, I'm probably not gonna be good at this. What I realized is I have to come up with my own studying styles. So what I realized is when I study, I have to write things down. I have to make flashcards. I got to see videos. So all these things I started doing, and I started realizing, man, school is really not that bad. So I'm 20% in, and they said, hey, your first CompTIA cert. A CompTIA cert is basically we test off a CompTIA website. It's a highly respected corporation. They issue certificates, and with said certificates you could get into entry-level roles. My first one was an A+. The A+ is basically, it covers is like a broad certificate. It covers everything, down to networking, down to hardware, down to internet protocol and all that stuff. And you have to take 2 separate tests. It's broken up into 2 separate tests. There's the Core 1 and the Core 2. So with WGU, the Western Government University, the school I go to, they make you test out with the Core 2 first, and then you take the Core 1. I failed the Core 2 twice. I cried in the shower. Yeah, I ain't lying. Cried in the shower. And I was like, man, this ain't it, man. I got to stick to being a truck driver. Probably, I probably dropped out for a reason. You see what I'm saying? And, I had people in my corner. And I was like, you know what? I said, I can't give up now. I came this far. And plus, I spent monies. My third attempt, the passing score was a 700. I passed with a 701. Hold on, wait, this thing, I'm still doing my thing, though. Still doing my thing, you feel me? I'm at work because you got to keep the money coming in. Don't depend, nobody has your back, okay? I want you to understand that. Men, nobody has, you are out here by yourself. If you don't make money, oh well, that's just life. But let me go ahead and switch this. Hang on a minute. I gotta take the stairs. I missed. That was lame. Oh man. Hang on. Alright. Switch this. Sorry to disrupt. You know what I mean? So, where was I? Passed with a 701, right? By the skin of my teeth. I don't know what that means, but that's what they say. So, I was like, cool. That was an energy booster, right? And I'm not gonna lie, after that, I guess I was so drained, man, because I was studying. I was doing nothing but work. Well, I was at UPT. I was at another company, and they were so slow. I was stressed out. I was thinking about money. I wasn't making enough money, and I had to work. I was in school. I was so mentally drained. And I'm gonna send a video while I quit. Not bashing the company. It's actually a really cool company, but they aren't where they need to be in Atlanta yet. They're pretty big in like Oklahoma and Texas and all that, but Atlanta, they're growing, and they just don't have. They're just not consistent enough down here. But they were a cool company. But anyway, past the core 2, now is on to the core 1. And you're probably thinking, well, the test probably bleeds into each other. No, it's 2 separate tests. So the core 1 is more focused on hardware, where the core 2 is more focused on not necessarily software, but it's like it covers like networking and internet protocol and domain, all that stuff. So a separate test. So this core 1, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it differently. I'm a study directly off the CompTIA site. Man, I passed. I went and I tested last Friday, right? I tested last Friday. You know, I passed on my first try. And I'm not saying I barely passed, but it was better than the last one. The score to pass this one was a 675. I passed with a 683. Man, I passed on the first try, and I went in person. That's what I'm gonna start doing when I test. Instead of me doing it from my home, where it's proctored, where they look at you and there's somebody literally looking at you on a webcam. Man, and that's what I did every time. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to the actual site. I'm going to the actual brick and mortar to go and test. They offer you a computer. They sit you down in a room. Like, that's what I'm gonna start doing. You see what I'm saying? I can concentrate. There's no distractions. My dog not in the background. You know, I'm not staring at my fish tank for 10 minutes because I get sidetracked. I'm literally going to start doing that. But I passed the test and I'm A+ certified. I can get an entry-level tech job right now. And I have been applying. Even though this is a really cool company, I gave myself a 5-year goal. This will be my 5th year. So this year, I plan on graduating college since it's self-paced in 2026. But when I get my Network Plus, I'm pretty sure before then I'll have an entry-level tech job. When I get my Network Plus, I'll be able to do a lot more. I'll be more experienced by that time. And then I'll get my Security Plus. And man, I'll be out of trucking, man. My license expires in 2026. I am going to retest to get my hazmat because I will never give up my CDL. Who knows where AI is going to be at the time where truck drivers will be replaced. I don't think it's going to be nowhere. It's probably around, but as far as local guys and hazmat guys, it's probably a little farther down. But I'm definitely not giving up my CDL. But I was just giving y'all an update, man. I'm at racetrack now in Cummins. I have 4 stops. This company is so solid. Y'all heard of Keenan. It's so solid, and they're the biggest tanker company in America. Like, they are big. I don't have to worry about work. I could go to work. I literally work 13, 14-hour days, though. But I get paid hourly, and after time and a half, after overtime, I get time and a half. So I don't have to worry about money. I can literally go to work and know I'm going to go to work. I get paid every week. My off days are Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Ain't that sweet? So, man, I get a little taste of the weekend. I still get my 3 days. I'm still working 50+ hours a week, though. I got to think about me working 13, 14-hour days. I'm still working 50+ hours a week. So it's not bad, man, but, you know, the job is solid. I don't have to really stress about if there's going to be work. If I'm not, I don't get paid by the load. So, man, I used to sometimes I'll do 3 loads and they'll be like, all right, bro, go home. That's $180, man. What am I doing with that? So, yeah, I'm happy I left. I'm at Keenan doing my thing. You feel me? I'm pretty sure I'll be here until I get my first tech job. I hate just jumping around. I'll be here until I get my first tech job. Until then, man, thank y'all for watching. If y'all have not liked and subscribed, please at least just like the video. It don't take, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, hey man, thank y'all for watching. Y'all take it easy, man.